So in the previous video I discussed about the designing of the invoice, and in this video I'm going to discuss how we program this invoice. And this is the invoice for the purchase that I did in the previous video to explain the purchasing process in our eShop web application. So here you can see that we have the invoice customers details, and then our eShop details, invoice number, and the subtotal, grand total, everything. So here we can see that there is a print and export as PDF button. So if I click print, we can use this to print our invoice. And if I click on export that as PDF button, then we can export this as a PDF. Downloads, you can see that I have the PDF. If I open it, you can see the invoice is exported as a PDF. So let's see how I have programmed this. So in our invoice PHP, we can see that we have required our connection and check whether there is a user session, and we get the user's email and the order ID. Then here uh, we have searched the address details of the user using the user's mail, and assign that to the address data variable. So here when echoing the invoice 2, we are echoing the first name and last name contact together as the customer's name, and the address line 1 and line 2 contact together as the address of that customer, and the mail variable as the customer's uh, email. And we have uh, get the details of the invoice using the order ID variable, and then we have assigned it to invoice data variable. Then actually we can say as associative array also. Anyways, in the invoice, to get the invoice ID, we use invoice data's ID. So in our database, you can see there is a separate ID for that. And then we can get the invoice data's date, that also is in our invoice table. And then here we have get the product data using the invoice data's product ID. So we have the product ID in our invoice table. So we get that and get the details to the product data variable. So then we are echoing the product data's title and the price, and then we are echoing the invoice data quantity. So we have the invoice data here, we are echoing the quantity, and then the invoice data's total. So we are calculating total here, the order in the buy now process, sorry, in the pay now process. And then to get the address, actually we are using the city data, and we have a delivery variable which is initially 0, and then we check whether the district ID is actually 4. If so, then the delivery fee will be Colombo, otherwise it will be delivery fee other. Actually, then invoice data's total is assigned to T, and total minus delivery equals G. So the subtotal is G because we don't add the delivery fee to the subtotal, so we subtract the delivery fee from the total, and the grand total is T because it's the price with the delivery. And then we call delivery as the delivery fee we got from here, checking the district ID. Then we have linked the bootstrap.json script.js in the bottom, and then we have included the footer PHP. And for invoice, we have uh, save invoice PHP. So in here, what we do is we check whether the session is set, and we get the items from the JS function, which is save invoice function. So we send all the data in here to save invoice PHP using post method and using Ajax, after appending it to a new form data that we get from the save invoice. That means we have function as save invoice in our invoice page. Let me so here in our on-click we have print invoice and save PDF. I'll explain about these functions later. And in our save invoice PHP, what actually happens is we get the data that we send to the post method, and then we get the product data from the database using the query, and then we are inserting this into the invoice table here with the order ID and etc. And in our JS function, we can see that we have a unique ID for the order, and order, that means order ID, not the uh, invoice ID, order ID. So in here we check, we send the details here, and that thing happen. And this is the function to print invoice and save PDF. So to print invoice, I have used this method, and there's a various methods. So I use this method, and to save PDF, I use HTML to PDF element with the jQuery library. So that's it for this video. And actually, this is the HTML to PDF library that I have linked to my invoice PHP to make that save PDF function work better. And I explained about the all details are calculated. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.